Let's speak to Angela Levin, who's the brilliant royal biographer. Good morning to you, Angela. What's your take on this situation and why it's potentially taken so long for the royal family to deal with the troublesome prince?
Well, I think quite a lot of what you said as well, that if it's your brother, it's jolly difficult, isn't it? And I think he didn't want to upset his late mother. I know that might sound silly, but he wouldn't want to make it very difficult for her, and she loved him so much. He knew very well that he was the favourite and Charles, wasn't. So I think he tried to do that. And then perhaps I'll do this for him and he'll stop being ridiculous. And of course he didn't. He is so arrogant that he went on, but getting worse and worse. And in the end, he just lost his temper. And it was timed. He couldn't do that when he went to see the Pope, of course. So he just said, this is enough. And he's come down very heavily. Prince William discussed things with him, but it was the King who decided all the things that are going to happen.
Do you think that the decision's also been taken because there is more that might come out?
Yes, I'm sure that's right. There's going to be a lot more of emails being leaked about what he'd had done and what his behaviour was like, and they just can't take any more. I mean, there's a wonderful sentence here, which I'd just like to read you, that came from the King and also the Queen, because I know she can't bear this last bit. Their Majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and will remain for the victims and survivors of all the forms of abuse. So they are saying, we care very, very much for the people who have been abused. However much you might say, no, not me. Oh, no, that wasn't me. Oh, must be someone else. Never seen her, never. They know very well there was a lot of abuse and they just don't want that. And so that's been their most important sentence, because they don't say, we hope he will learn something from this, or we're sorry that it has come to this. Nothing like that. This is what it is, mate. This is what you're going to go through, and that's it. And I think that's happened now. Maybe it should have happened before, but I think it is hard for a brother to do that to him, especially when he is a father and he's got children and all the rest of it. It's not easy. You can easily make mistakes about that, because he would never give in. He never said, oh, I'm sorry, it was my fault, or I don't mind if you move me from this place, I'll cooperate. That word I don't think is in his vocabulary.
I mean, in terms of the decision made about where he now lives, my understanding is he's going to be put up in the Sandringham estate, and that it will be at His Majesty's pleasure that he will be funding wherever Andrew decides to live, because one assumes that Andrew doesn't have much of an income now. He can't lean on people like Epstein to pay him some pocket money. He was offered, wasn't he, I think, to move to the UAE and be given some sort of old palace by someone over there, but I'd assume that the royal family went, yeah, that'd be bad news, because next thing you know, you're going to have him cavorting on a yacht with a load of scantily clad women, and that will sort of, make this country quite bribable, one assumes. But what is he going to do now? Is he just going to rattle around in Norfolk?
I don't know. I mean, he's been rattling around for a very long time now. I think that he will think about his life and try to behave a bit better. I think he will need his daughters very much to try and comfort him. I think his ex-wife has gone completely. She's furious with him. That marriage, which they pretended was so good for such a long time, she obviously can't stand it anymore, so she's off. But
where's she going to go? Because, I mean, she had been living in the Windsor estate, the 30-roomed house in the Windsor estate, with him, sort of her own separate lives, and saying that we're not divorced from each other, we're divorced to each other, and they have this strong relationship, but she's not sort of considered in drawing up the plan. So what's Fergie going to do with herself?
Quite not. They should not have brought her in anyway. I mean, it's 29 years since they separated. She's not a member of the royal family. She's actually encouraged him in some ways. And I think that's absolutely disgusting. She took her two children when they were 18 and 19 to have a big party after he came out of prison. Epstein came out of prison. And I mean, to take children, which are just, or teenagers, which is just what he likes, is just disgusting. I can't believe that any mother would do that to her daughters. And also, she's not been very good about lots of other things either. She'll have to find somewhere. She's got 2 children who are millionaires, and they will have to help her. She can't do any books. The books have been held back by the publishers. These are children's books, not great books. She might want to write a book about the royal family, but I think no publisher will want to take that unless it was also about her and about Edward. And I think that's not Edward and Andrew. And I think that's quite right. She's got nothing that she can do, but she will find things because she's the sort of woman who never gives in.
Yeah, I mean, you're bang on, Angela. She's got 2 daughters who could easily afford to build a granny annex for her, so I wish her well. Off you go. And hopefully now, when Andrew moves over to Norfolk, he's got plenty of time to rearrange his infamous teddy collection. Angela.
72.
72 teddies. Doesn't he have to have them all in a particular place on the bed and barks instructions and gets upset if a teddy's out of place?
Yes, it'll take a year or 2, won't it?
God. I mean, you know, if you want to look at someone who's a psychological test case, it's him, isn't it? I mean, there's something very creepy about that. Angela, thank you ever so much. Fascinating talking to you.